So the white man's problem is that they listen to women all the time. And if you're going to listen to women, you're going to be destroyed because matriarchal societies or matriarchal clans or races can't compete with patriarchal ones. And I know that to be a fact because you look at history. I always ask people, name a time in history or name a civilization in history anywhere on the planet where the women were in charge of the men. Name one. You can't. Because anytime it was ever tried, they got fucking crushed by their neighbors where the men were in charge. So as soon as the society becomes matriarchal, it's over.
Andrew Tate shocks the Hodge twins, calling out the end of the white race in this debate as Andrew Tate points out that only white people listen to women, leading to a matriarchal society that has doomed every civilization it's ever occurred. Let's get in.
Bro, white people are going to go extinct, and it's their own fucking fault.
Yeah.
You're organized, you're smart, you could get everything in line, you refuse because there's too many traitors in your camp. What did I say earlier about men betraying other men? And men betraying other men is how they manage to do this STEM-centric bullshit that destroys men all the time. White people are being subverted by all the white people which are desperate to see their race go extinct.
Yeah.
You can never have a traitor in your camp. Watch the 300 movie. You can have the 300 strongest motherfuckers alive. Right. You got one traitor, you're going to lose. You never have a traitor in your camp. White people have been betrayed by all these fucking liberal whites who are desperate to watch white people go extinct.
Yeah,
they don't have kids.
I wouldn't even call them liberal. I would call them like progressive. Progressive, yeah.
They're self-extinctionist.
Yeah.
All they're begging for is just to be fucking decimated and controlled and destroyed. What's interesting to me is white people are already getting their asses whooped left and right by black people who are angry every time they're in the wrong scenario. What's going to happen when you're not even the majority anymore?
Right.
You think white people, you think you're going to be in a better position when you're the minority in your own country? With all this intrinsic hatred? They'll be talking about slavery in 2,000 years from now, fucking locking you up in a space jail.
Yeah, look what's happening in South Africa. I think the black people's taking all the white people's land down.
Yeah, they took all the shit. They took it.
Just took it.
And the white people have been there since the 1600s.
Yeah.
They've been there forever.
Yeah.
People have this idea, oh, white people came and took it. They've been there for fucking 600-700 years they've been there. They're as African as anybody. But nah, they're losing their shit because they're white. Why are they taking their shit? Because they got shit. Because they got something to take.
Yeah,
right. So it's truly incredible that white people are on this extinctionist path, but white people are not allowed to be nationalistic, and white people are not allowed to love themselves, and they're not allowed to stick up for themselves.
Yeah,
and that's done by the Matrix on purpose. You know, and there's a lot of reasons why that's done. I talked about it on PBD. It already got me a lot of heat, but the World War II narrative is how they do that. They say that when white people are nationalistic, it ends up as Nazis, which is why they use the World War II narrative to subvert white people sticking up for themselves and sticking together. And then if you understand the real story of World War II, you understand that that's a lie. So that's the true betrayal of the white man. But it's also incredible for me to put it in a comedic sense to try and avoid jail. Let me try and be a comedian. White people are the only people who listen to women. That's their problem. Black people don't listen to women.
They don't even raise the kids, they just leave.
Bye. They're like, you got to raise these kids. No, I'm out of here. Black people don't listen to women. You think Chinese motherfuckers listen to women? No. You think Indians listen to women? Even skinny little pussy-ass Indians don't listen to their women. You go to fucking Mumbai, and even you can see the skinniest alive. He's been with fucking sandals on, no money, and his woman can't get fresh to him because she'll get slapped up in the street.
Yeah, that's nobody, the thing in Arabic countries. Every country will slap the shit out of a woman.
Nobody listens to women but white men. The only people alive are these wife-jack white men who listen to women. And as soon as you start listening to women, you end up doing this shit. When you listen to women, you end up idealistic, you're not realistic, and you watch your entire fucking society implode. I will argue that if you look at COVID, the only households that were scared of COVID were the households where the woman's in charge. Because when I came home during COVID, there was 2 girls in my house. I came home and they're like, have you seen the news? It's like, what? There's a big new virus. Don't care. And
my wife lost her shit.
I was like, I don't care. And then the girls go, so what should we do? I was like, nothing. Fixed. My house was fixed because I told them, shut up, no one cares. Done. If I would have come home, my wife was like, we have to see your aunt next week. We have to see the grandma. We have kids and there's a big virus. Put a mask on. Now we're scared of household violence because women can be women are emotionally driven, so they can be intimidated. It's the reason they want women to be in control of the household is because if you want to convince a man of something, you have to use a degree of rationality. If you want to convince a woman of something, all you have to do is scare her. You don't have to be rational with a woman. You can just say, do you love your grandma? Well, yeah. Emotional arguments. I love my grandma. To put the mask on. That's how they do it with women. With men, it's far more difficult. You're like, yeah, I love my grandma, but she's 96. She's going to die anyway. Why the fuck am I wearing a mask? I ain't seeing her till next month. What the fuck you talking about? Whereas a woman, it's just like, well, you don't love your grandma. So they want women in charge of everything. And this is the white man's problem. He's the only motherfucker who listens to women. You see it. I grew up in a household. Where when it was Thanksgiving, the men would sit on one table and the women would sit on another table with the kids. And the men would sit around and have men talks. And now I'm going through life and I'm sitting at a table and there's a bunch of full-grown men, and everyone's sitting there with their wives, and I'm trying to talk about something, and some woman has an opinion, and now there's a woman talking, interrupting 8 full-grown men, telling me her bullshit, which is wrong, and I'm just sitting here like, the fuck? And there's some white guy, and he's like, well done. My wife thinks. I don't give a fuck what your wife thinks. I don't give a fuck what your wife thinks. What the fuck's she talking for? I don't care.
Yeah.
So white people listen to women, and that's what's going to go extinct. I'll give you another example. White people listen to women, and women have to go through the terrible, I'm guessing it's terrible, I'd argue it probably hurts a bit, of childbirth. So white women are like, yeah, I want 1 baby, maybe 2. Oh, we'll have a 3rd one if we get another house and a nanny and a 4th car. Yeah, they make it nearly impossible to reproduce. Black people don't care. Black people don't care. Baby, baby, baby,
Pussy's
baby.
just gotta be good.
Baby, 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 baby. They don't give a shit, right? Yeah. So white people are also being out-reproduced. So the white man's problem is that they listen to women all the time. And if you're going to listen to women, you're going to be destroyed because matriarchal societies or matriarchal clans or races can't compete with patriarchal ones. And I know that to be a fact because you look at history. I always ask people, name a time in history or name a civilization in history anywhere on the planet where the women were in charge of the men. Name one. You can't. Because anytime it was ever tried, they got fucking crushed by their neighbors where the men were in charge. So as soon as the society becomes matriarchal, it's over.
100%, folks. Like Andrew Tate said, you can't think of a single matriarchal civilization that's ever existed. Why? Because they always got crushed by men. They just can't compete. It will never, ever, ever work. So essentially, to save ourselves as white people anywhere, we have to, of course, stop listening to women as a whole. As a whole, everybody, just stop listening. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. Just stop listening. That's it. Ignore them. Because the majority of the time, it's just nonsense coming out of their mouths. Yeah, like Andrew Tate said, it's idealistic. It's not realistic. Because if you listen to what Andrew Tate said step by step, everything he's talking about is simply in order of consequential. He's not talking morality. He's not talking, ethics, anything like that. Just consequential. How does this work out? And guess what? They don't work. So there's no point in even bothering to start. But 100%, folks, we have a problem. We have a birth rate problem. And unless we stop listening to women, unless we, start taking back our pride and balls as men, right, as a whole, because I don't think we're there. Until that starts happening, we're going to keep going down the tubes. And like they said, if guys are weaker now and then we're not the majority, how does that end up? That doesn't end up good for anyone. So regardless, at some point or another, the status quo is going to have to change if we want to save ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're interested in saving the white race, let me know down below what you think we ought to do, and hit that like button and notification bell if you're enjoying the video. And if you want to help support the channel, check out the link in the description, and let's get back in.
White people in general are matriarchal. The average white man's like, oh, well, the wife says, they're wife jacks. I get so much hate online from these fucking wife guys. They can't fucking stand me, these wife guys. They can't stand me because really they hate their wife because their wife henpecks them all day.
They're projecting.
Their wife's picking on them all day, and they're seeing me have my fucking 18th kid, and they're fucking furious. And they're like, oh, you're a fucking piece of shit. No, you're just mad your woman won't have as many kids as you want. You're mad, and you want to come at me because they're wife guys. Wife jacks are fucking losers. Nick Fuentes nailed this about wife jacks. He fucking nailed it. Because if your best friend's a chick, you're probably gay. Like you and your girlfriend, it's a business arrangement. I'm paying for your life and you're giving me kids and you're going to make my life happier. And if I'm sick, you bring me soup and we're a little happy family. Cool. It's a business arrangement. We love each other. Yeah. But there's certain things to say you're my best friend is fucking weird. My women aren't my best friend. They want that. They're like, oh, are you my best friend? Yeah. But really, we have nothing in common, basically. Like, you're hot, I'm rich, there's a child. Like, it is what it is. What are we going to sit and talk about? And we have a few issues we can agree on, but most of the time it's just me educating you. The best conversation I can have with a woman is when she doesn't talk and just listens. I just say, no, this is how it works. 3 hours. Okay, I understand. All right, bedtime. Let's go.
Well, look at our society today. The main reason why we have men and women's restroom and men and women's sports is because of women. Yeah, it's to protect them, to give them their free space, safe space. And a lot of those men, those wife jacks, you call them, they're just trying to get brownie points with their woman.
Oh, of course
that's why
they
attack you.
Look, of course they are. Look what I did. Look what I did, dear. I told the horrible misogynist that he needs to have one woman. Can we have sex yet? Fucking gay. It's all gay, bro. But yeah, this is a white man's problem. The white man listens to women, and until they stop doing that, they're going to get they're a matriarchal clan, they're a matriarchal race, and that means they're going to be extinct. They're going to go. The white people are going to go extinct.
I think a majority of those wife jacks is on the left.
You know, you'd be surprised.
Be on the right.
You'd be surprised. There's a whole bunch of these conservative guys who are like super wife jacky, and I'm not saying don't love your wife.
Brian Donaldson, Ron DeSantis.
He's trying to get his wife as governor. I'm misunderstood when I say these points. They think I'm saying don't love your wife. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't protect your wife. I'm not saying don't respect your wife. I'm not saying don't have a relationship with your wife. I'm not saying don't love your wife. I'm not saying any of those things.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that you're the man of the fucking house, and that your power as a man is going to be amplified by the other men you know, and that you should be part of a clan or an army that makes you as powerful as possible, and that is man's business. And she is benefiting from all of that. She gets financial protection, she gets physical protection, she gets a whole bunch of benefits from you being a man with your guys doing your man things. She ain't in charge of you. It's not her business to tell you how the world works because she doesn't fucking know. And it's not her business to tell you how to be a man either. It's her business to have a kid and be happy and be safe and be rich and make you smile. And that's her job. Because our job as men is to suffer all the time and be basically miserable. That's our job. And to get enough money so that we can make our kids and our women happy. You get to smile. You get to be happy. You get joy. My women, man, they leave the house. They're like, Andrew. I'm like, what? Look at that cloud. I'm like, bitch, get in the fucking cloud. Ron DeSantis is trying to lock me up. I'm about a fucking cloud.
Yeah.
But they have such peace of mind that they get to be happy with dumb shit.
Yeah.
That is a fucking joy. You have that peace of mind because I gave it to you.
Yeah, another powerful hint that Andrew Tate mentioned about how to benefit your life as a man, get in a pack. Find friends that are beneficial. Find other friends that, can give you skills, can give you something that obviously a woman can't. Because hanging out with a woman, it's not going to better yourself. It's not going to improve the quality of who you are as a person, but other guys will. You need to find a pack, a clan, use that, and through that extension, she benefits. Why? Because, I know a mechanic, or I know this, or I know this guy who can do this thing, or this guy who can help me out, right? All of those benefit you, thereby benefiting her. But if she has a bunch of girlfriends, they can't all do the same things that those guy friends can do. So yeah, her joy, her innocence that she gets to enjoy is absolutely 100% because of the man's sacrifice. And that's why he is absolutely owed his due respect, if he is in fact being the man that he's supposed to be. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Andrew Tate had to say, absolutely wrecking the woke betas on the left for wanting to end their own race. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.